Hey guys, welcome to your Fridays in your Max Salary Week. I'm very, very happy today. I'm transmitting from the offices of a great mentor of mine. Her name is Sharon McQuillan, and I'm here in Fort Lauderdale. And I'm here also with one of our new doctors for the Sahavida Institute, Dr. Denise Baker. She's actually a OBGYN cosmetic surgery specialist for over 30 years, and she's right now at our center, and we're here because she's teaching others today how to do the techniques that she has been doing for such a long time. So today she's doing lasers, tomorrow she's going to be doing some liposuction, and it's been an amazing lesson, just a few hours today here at this beautiful center. It's called New You in Fort Lauderdale. And I invite you to come around here because it's really nice. Today we're going to be talking with Jon Armstrong. Hopefully he's going to join us shortly to talk about how to expand your online presence, your online connections through e-commerce. And I have to tell you, I personally don't have any major experience with e-commerce, but he has his store is called GetHealthy.store, so you can go and check it out. So as physicians, we have this alternative for our businesses. And on last Tuesday on our Design Your Physician Live, he was able to talk to us all about his store, how he created it, and how he helps physicians with their businesses. So hopefully he'll be joining us soon because I have no idea. I'm Dr. Myrdalis Diaz. I'm creator of the Max Salary Mastermind, which is a mastermind for physicians to learn about entrepreneurship so they can regain control of their lives and remain in control of their lives. And we have that podcast called Design Your Physician Life in support of that, where we have these wonderful entrepreneurs come and teach us about entrepreneurship. So hopefully he will be joining us shortly. So what can I tell you about this last week? That's been so awesome. Our podcast, there's tons of learning there. So I really invite you to go and tune to our podcast, Design Your Physician Life, where you can hear the story of Jon Armstrong. Hey, Boyet, welcome. Thanks for being here. And we're waiting for Mr. Jon Armstrong, who's going to talk to us about his store. Online presence, I have to tell you that we've made tons of connections. And in the past, I would tell my kids, and you have to be careful with this, obviously, but with people that you meet online. And in our case, it has been nothing but great things happening, connecting with physicians, not only throughout the United States, but also outside. In our mastermind right now, we have people who are coming from Puerto Rico, all the way to Florida, Texas, California, Hawaii, and we're meeting so that we learn all these wonderful techniques and other alternatives that are available so that we can learn, entrepreneurship as a tool to prevent burnout or to come out of burnout. And it's a lot of them we've met precisely online. So growing our online presence has been great. In our case, has been more about through social media. The connection that Jon Armstrong identified for physicians is more about that connection with their patients. And having a store, his store, GetHealthy.store, you can find that online. As a physician, it's going to allow you to be able to help your patients in a more meaningful way, even than what you have in your office regularly. So when we see a patient, we go and if we interview that patient, we go through their daily living. Whenever we have time in functional medicine, I have to tell you that we're very fortunate to have the luxury of time with our patients so we can get to know them. And then we ask them about their daily routines, what they do in terms of things that can be affecting them, in terms of the lifestyle, in terms of toxins, anything inflammatory. And what Jon has been able to do is to marry that relationship, what we know about the patients, with things that we think that are going to be helpful for that patient, not only from maybe a lifestyle change, from a medication or supplement point of view, but also things that can be more meaningful for them in their daily living. For example, as a physician, I can see a series of products and things that I think are going to be helpful for that patient, and not only vitamins, and I can bundle packages that are going to be good for that patient, for their overall health. I'll give you an example that he's given to me. We still have to do this for our clinic, and it's part of the process, right? Anytime we get a system to our office, it's going to be a process to go through this. But basically, as we understood it, they're going to assign you somebody who's going to be your direct resource, then, so that you can choose the things from your store, and you're going to build your store. And with this store, you can do bundles. So if you have somebody who has allergies or asthma or something like that, you could, for example, say, you know what, I think this series of things are going to be helpful for you. These supplements. Oh, there you are. I'm going to invite you. So John is here. And then, okay, so John, make sure that you're not in the computer, but in your cell phone. And then make sure that, I think that you're going to have to go out of the meeting, come back to the meeting, and then if you can, Shandia, send him a message about how to join the meeting again before he leaves, and then ask for me to invite you to the video. So because I see that you're like the only one here who doesn't have that. So give her the link, give him the link, Shandia. So as I was saying, John, from what I understood, I'm telling people, so before I can bring you in, is that I would be able to get, as a physician, I would be able to get somebody to help me with the account, set up an account, and then if somebody has asthma, not only I'm going to maybe think about some supplements, you know, if that was necessary for that patient to improve their condition, but I could also say, you know what, this particular air purifier is going to be helpful for you, so we can bundle that and then make it a life change in many ways for your house. Or if I have somebody who might be benefiting from something that's going to help them with inflammation because of a recent or a chronic injury, I could match that maybe with a brace or something that they can obtain online for something that we've curated for our patients because we know that it can be helpful. There you go. John is coming, so we're going to approve you. And then we'll bring the invite. Then we'll be here all together talking to all people. There you are. Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. Sorry, I didn't know how to get connected.
Don't worry, we're here. Look, I'm here by this wonderful new friend I have
I
behind
know,
me.
that's beautiful. I saw that.
Yes, so I'm in Fort Lauderdale. This was a surprise trip, last minute trip to help a friend come here. And we have a new doctor, Denise Baker. She's taught a lot at A4M in terms of cosmetics, and she's teaching here today in Sharon McQuillan's office, and this is Sharon McQuillan's office. And I mention these names because both of them have been wonderful mentors and teachers through A4M, and I'm very fortunate to be with them at her office. So thank you for being here, John. And I was
My
trying
pleasure.
to tell people that I'm not in any way close to be an expert in online e-commerce, but what I think that you bring to us as physicians is an opportunity to strengthen our relationships with our patients and bringing them things that are really going to be useful for their quality of life. So tell us about GetHealthy.store.
Well, let me start off with the problems we're solving. You know, I'm a technologist, but I came at this from being a patient. And my experience in working with my functional medicine practitioners in getting products and various lifestyle things that they were wanting me to do was super disjointed. You know, they'd be like, well, go to this distributor for that, go to this patient direct, go to these affiliates, do it again next month, etc. And I was like, gosh, we're in a relationship industry. So I knew, given my background in e-commerce, etc., I'm like, you know, practitioners, especially in a post-COVID world, need to think of their online presence as an extension of their practice. So they need to have a practice branded, not only marketing site, most will in this industry, but your store, you're wanting somebody to feel that connection of that trusted advisor relationship that you built with them. So you need a single place for them to go. Because your whole goal, I love using mom as my avatar. If mom's your client, mom has a lot more purchases in her than maybe those hormones that you're working with her. She's going to buy for the kids and for her husband and for other things that they want to be able to improve their lives. Maybe it's home cleaning products that don't cause endocrine disruption, or an infrared sauna, or a water filtration system, air filtration system, etc. So my experience was I was like, why are they sending me to all these third parties? Um, the other side of that is the practitioner experience. You know, I've had many practitioners are like, well, yeah, I know it's bad for my patients and those that I'm, you know, influencing in social media through good content, etc. But it's bad for me and my team as well. They're like, you know, I have 20 affiliates, and if I want to know if I sold anything, I got to log on to 20 systems, and I use, you know, 15 to 20 supplement brands. Um, so I looked at that problem and knew that I could build a platform where, for no upfront cost, we build a custom store. So unlike a third party, maybe a distributor where you have a skin on the front, this is a true, fully functioning store that you own. We also then built the dispensary function on the back that allows practitioners to do scripts and, you know, engage with their patients, and remind them of taking protocols, etc. But I think one of the big keys is on the supply side, we've created connections, the plumbing, if you will, with about 300 brands, and it's not just supplements. You know, besides almost all your doctor grade supplement brands that everybody uses, we have food and nutrition, home products, personal care, equipment. We're about to add 2,600 diagnostic tests, all on our catalog that a practitioner selects what they want to offer. And now the patient and those that you're influencing through social media have one place to go buy, and you as a practitioner have one place to sell from. You can actually access all those products and know, you know, you don't have to prepay for your product. So you immediately start making money when you sell something. We send you your profits every day. And, you know, our goal is for the practitioner to have that one store. So if you have services you want to add to it, if you have, you want to put something in a bundle or a protocol, you ought to be able to merchandise that on your store. So we just tried to take all the minutia off of being a great partner with those you're influencing and allow you to use the store instead of have to stitch it all together and then continually update it and pre-purchase your product. You know, customer service, who's going to answer my calls. We do all that for you. So that gives you a pretty good start of an overview.
So having this store is really like a combination of like, as I understand it from my point of view, it's like a drop shipping on steroids, plus having the opportunity of doing your social media there, plus, you know, having your branding and making sure that you're going to have continuity of care for that patient. And that's going to extend, not only for the things that you're doing for them, like it can extend across their whole family, their daily life, and all the things that they're doing. Even like you have not only for people, you have also things for their pets and things like that, right?
Yeah. You know, let me put it in these terms. As a practitioner, you're an entrepreneur and you've created a practice, you've gotten trained, you have your areas of focus, you've acquired customers. And those customers might be clinical, but they also might be people that are just digesting your content that you're posting out. So we give you the back end, if you will, to create value over time where you can deliver value into their life and therefore derive value out. You know, most of our practitioners tell us, I don't want to be trading time for money and sitting in a chair 5 days a week from 8 to 5. I want to add more value and influence a lot more people and derive some value out of that, monetize that. And that's what we're doing. We try to, I use the term, and I know it's called lifetime value. You have a cost of acquiring a customer, and you have a long-term sustainable business when you can add more value to their life and you can take value out of that yourself. You can make a living. So that's what we do. We help you do that. We have marketing services and a lot of things on the back end where we help you sell, as opposed to just kind of giving you tools that you have to go stitch together yourself.
So before I forget, for whoever's watching this, please do hashtag live, hashtag replay so that you can have others see this as well. Let's talk about and also please go and watch the podcast, Design Your Physician Life, where he explains way more than what we're doing here in the next few minutes. I want to talk about two barriers that I've heard from others regarding, you know, entering a service like this. One is going to be the cost to entry to install, and the other one is going to be uh, the difficulty or not, or not to install and make all these choices and set it up. So can you tell us a little bit about how you guys have solved those problems?
Well, one of my practitioner advisors early on, and she said, John, I've spent over $50,000 building my store, and I about fell out of my chair. We don't charge you anything to set your store up. We have three packages. Our entry level package is $99. Okay, and that gives you a fully functioning store, access to 10,000 products. We run customer service, we run your operations, etc. So from a cost perspective, our goal is to be able to evolve with you over your practitioner journey. Okay, from starting a practice to Dr. Tom O'Brien, one of the largest influencers in the industry, uses our technology, at shop.thedr.com. So Tom is on the other end of the spectrum with, million plus people he's influencing. We have people that are just out of school or just out of IFM. So we don't want to make it cost prohibitive. We want to be aligned with you. In terms of the second question about complexity, we actually give you an account manager. And so that account manager helps you navigate to get the system. We just need a logo and colors that you want to use. We need to understand your designation because some of our product companies need to know that designation. And then we work with you. We do all the work, all the tech. You don't have to be technical. We do all that. And then we give you tools on the back end to select products, to create bundles, to, all this stuff. But our goal is to allow you to spend more time working with patients, doing what you like to do, influencing health, etc. We make it very easy. And one of the things people are like, well, how do I integrate this with my marketing site? It literally should take less than 3 minutes, where either you or somebody that you've worked with on your marketing site goes in and creates a button, a navigation tab, and embeds the site address, the URL underneath that, and you're done. And you can go out to thedr.com and hit his shop button, and you'll see it has a little drop down that says his store. And when you hit that, that's it. He's now integrated. And then everything else is us. And we help you in that journey, whereas there's a lot more functionality in our system that you can use as you become more sophisticated in terms of marketing and those types of things. But we know that the first thing you want to do is just get started. And so we have a very easy starter package. And then all along the way, you have that account manager to go to and be like a consultant, if you will, for things that you want to do and how we would implement those with you and us.
Tell me about, because I think this is something that you're particularly proud of, the people, the companies that you have within the store, about the quality of the products that you have, which the advantage to physicians and their patients.
Well, we've been likened. I've had practitioners say, "You're basically giving me my own Amazon store, but instead of a bunch of junk, Amazon doesn't have a quality control of who gets on there, and we do. I have a naturopathic doctor on staff, and we've been in this industry for about 6 years now. So, on the supplement side, we have brands like Zymogen, Designs for Health, Thorne Research, Biotics Research, Claire, you name a lot of those. So we have doctor grade supplements. We have a lot of specialty brands as well. I named some of the big ones that people know, but we have tons of specialty brands that focus in on certain areas. More broadly, though, we have brands that, like HeartMath, as an example, and a brand that used to be called My Green Fills, which is now called Truly Free Home, which is all purposefully built home cleaning products that don't contain bad chemicals for us and our pets and our kids, etc. So we have on the supply side, I call it a closed marketplace, meaning we don't have just, go sign up here and you can sell your products. They got to go through a process with us. We got to vet them. We got to make sure that it's clean, that it's something that practitioners would actually want to recommend, and that they're not going to get blowback where it's like, well, hey, this has, these ingredients in it that we really shouldn't be recommending. You're not going to find that on our network of product providers. So we're proud of those things, and we bring on 3 to 6 new brands a month, and we have a whole catalog team that works with new brands regularly. We get suggestions from practitioners, and we just work through it, and every month come to you and say, hey, we have a new brand that's coming on.
So let's think about a particular problem that could happen with one of our patients. Let's say that our patient bought a sauna from our store, and now for some reason, they don't want the sauna, whatever happened. Tell us what happens at that point if the patient is not satisfied with a particular product.
We didn't prep it all here, and this is the perfect question because, one of the things that I hear from practitioners is, gosh, when I sell products, my staff becomes a call center. They start getting these customer service calls, just like what you're talking about. And today, a lot of practitioners recommend infrared saunas because they're of value, but they're doing it through an affiliate. But to your patient, they bought it because you said so. So what do they typically do? They call you, and you're like, oh, okay, what do I do? And now your folks out front end up being a call center. We do customer service, so we put an 800 number, an email, a chat for your clients. You also have the same customer service on the back end for you using the store. But on that front end, in your example, that sauna, we don't want your patient to have to figure out how to go get to the sauna company. And we don't want your staff to have to answer that question. So we tell all practitioners, if somebody's asking you about something on your store, obviously not medical, we don't answer medical questions, that's your job. But in this instance, for a return, you would just say to them, please contact my customer service on my store. We then navigate the entire process. We have relationships with these 300 brands. We know who to call in their operations. We're not going to make your patient be like, oh, here, go, good luck. We do it. We do it all. We're like, oh, we hear you. It was damaged, whatever it may have been the reason. And we said, we'll execute the return. And if it's a refund, we'll do the refund. If it's an exchange, etc. But it's a great customer experience. That's super important as a reflection on your practice, but also to create that shopping experience so people will come back. It's like, oh, it didn't work out with that one product, but I'm still going to buy from my trusted advisor, medical practitioner. So it's a big thing for us to kind of do that customer service for you.
So talking about not prepping for this call, can you tell us about a particular example maybe of a doctor who was starting their practice and they found GetHealthy.store and they implemented it in their practice? Any stories of how this has changed those practitioners' lives?
Yeah. Let me give you an example. And this isn't a practitioner that just started her practice, so it's even better because she's been in practice for a long time, but she's a specialist in Epstein-Barr, but she was like, gosh, she's more of a content person. She has a book, she has a podcast, and she's like, but I just, I'm not a salesperson. And we were like, well, you don't have to be a salesperson. You just need to give them an easy way to purchase. So we implemented a store for her. And one of her main products is, anyway, it's a supplement. And she has the ability to put a video on that supplement product detail page. And it explains to her buyers why she thinks it's so important. And so all of a sudden, in her podcast, she was just mentioning, hey, here's a part of what I think is a good treatment for EBV, and she provided a link, and guess what? People started buying. So, yes. We make it easy to engage, but not in a sales way. I like to say to practitioners, you aggregating these high quality products in a single place is a very value add service. Now they don't have to go chase their tail. And one time I had a practice say that for everybody that's trying to get pregnant, they have the male go on a CoQ10. And the lady at the front desk said, Yeah, I got a call from the guy the other day, and he's like, I'm at CVS, and they have 10 different CoQ10s. They range in price from $20 to $100. Which one do I buy? And they were like, I have no idea. So the fact that we then implemented a store, and they had 3 different dosages, a couple different form factors, and they were able to say, hey, go to my store, it's this one. And then everybody in their staff knew that. So, those are some examples of just making it easy, doing a little planning up front to be able to implement things that you use in your practice. And as a service, they're going to buy from you. And if you want to provide them a discount, provide them a discount. That's great. You're going to make a little money regardless. And if you don't want to make money, just it's a service. So I think those are some examples of helping people out in a non-salesy way.
And if I want to set up the store, but for some reason I might have to leave the store, is there any length of contract that I have to sign up for?
No, we don't. If you're not going to use the store, you're not going to use the store. So, we get things implemented and make it easy for you to use. And we want to be aligned with you. We're going to be successful when you're successful. So we're going to go to all ends on our part to help you understand how to use it, to set it up and achieve long-term success, because then we both have long-term success. It's not an either or.
I haven't seen any questions coming through yet, but is there something in particular that you would like to advise the physicians who are listening to this transmission?
Well, one of the biggest things, I think I said this to you before, is sending your buyers to one or multiple third parties is giving your customer away. And I just can't encourage folks enough, if not through us, through however else they might go do this. But, you need to think of your online presence as an extension of your practice, and that includes your store. So sending somebody to a distributor or an affiliate, an affiliate is especially bad because the affiliate's goal is to get your customer. They want to drive lifetime value themselves, and they're going to pay you a little spiff if they, certain conditions, you send a referral and they buy within a certain amount of time. So sending your buyers to chase their tail from multiple third parties is bad for them from a customer experience, bad from you from understanding what they did and did they buy and were they compliant with my protocol. And then you're giving your customer away so that you're not going to get better lifetime value for that value that you deliver. Keep them in your 4 walls and think of your store as an extension of your practice.
Those are great, great, great advices. Hey guys, #live, #replay. Thank you for being here today, Jon Armstrong. Can you please tell us how they can just sign up for GetHealthy.store?
Well, our website is GetHealthy.store, and there's a way to inquire there. And if you want to talk to me, I'm at Jon with no H, Jon at GetHealthy.store, and would love to do a call with you. And I got team members that know a lot more than me about the industry and product, et cetera, but would love to have a conversation with you.
Well, thanks a lot for being here with us. You have a great week, guys. Go and listen to the podcast because it's going to give you more information there. It's Design Your Physician Life. Look it up. And thanks a lot for being here today.
I love it. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
See you then. Bye.